America is being turned into a destitute welfare state before our eyes. The entire force of government is being used to destroy the private sector, productivity, investment, wealth creation, opportunity, and jobs. As I have said many times, a war is being waged against our liberty and private property by our own government. You are watching the rise of a soft tyranny. It is happening right in front of your eyes. We have a rogue Congress that does not care what the people think or want and is carrying out the agenda of the president, who is hell-bent on eviscerating this society and all the good it represents. Barack Obama, well, he is, as I wrote more than a year ago, a charismatic demagogue. He lies effortlessly, and he lies all the time. The only thing historic about Obama is his ahistoric, in the American context, despotic instincts to drive this nation into the gutter, from which our children and their children will spend their days trying to climb out of. Obama is a malcontent who cares nothing of the misery he spreads. Harry Reid is a hapless fool. Like a hamster after dark, he just keeps running on his wheel, oblivious to all that is going on around him. He runs and runs because that is all he knows. He has no reason to exist and no ability to reason. He likes his wheel, and he will fight to the death anyone who tries to take it from him. And Nancy Pelosi, she's out to prove that she's as tough as any man. She stares down her detractors with her steely eyes, accusing them of disloyalty to her reign and party should they dare to go their own way. But Pelosi is no match for the greats who came before, the real women of substance, scholarship, and statesmanship. Pelosi is no Margaret Thatcher, who led the United Kingdom out of the rut of statism to a renewed status as a strong, self-sufficient, and vigorous nation. Obama, Reid, and Pelosi are the three stooges of American life. And it is they who are destroying this great nation from within. It is they who have nothing but contempt for the people and seek to control them, abuse them, manipulate them, and use them. The three stooges have used every connivance known to history's best connivers. They've used the big lie about the American healthcare system, attacking it at every angle and level. They've sought to create hate for healthcare providers of every sort, demonizing their good and hard work. They've attempted to create jealousy among citizens, attacking the so-called rich and claiming to stand for the little guy. And of course, while tearing down what generations have struggled to build, they offer nothing more than promises of utopia, heaven on earth, if you will, as they always do, for which they are never held to account when the hell of their heaven is felt. And before the damage of the last monstrous works have been felt, they're on to their next. Cap and trade, amnesty, and all the rest. These are dire times. Those who've taken an oath to uphold the Constitution are systematically deconstructing it. And they claim to do so in our name, despite our strenuous objections. And then they demean us, accuse us of racism, of imbecility, and so forth. Now, as difficult as these circumstances are, and they are, we will not be dispirited. We will not be stampeded. We will not leave our children and grandchildren to a nation that would be unrecognizable to our fathers, grandfathers, and our founding fathers. We are a good people, a hardworking people, a generous people. We have made this world a better place. We have contributed immensely to mankind. And we are committed to liberty. We are well aware that past governments, including our own, have committed great offenses against their citizens, some much worse than others. But tyranny takes many forms. It begins in different ways. It can be gradual or it can be sudden. But we know it when we see it. And we see it right now. We see the soft tyranny. It's right in front of us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the United States Senate is within inches of the goal line of changing this nation for the worse. Within inches. Despite their supermajority in the Senate, the Democrats have struggled for 6 months to cobble together some kind of bill, any bill, that would rip your health care system from your hands and turn it over to the iron fist of politicians and bureaucrats. This has never been about health care. It has been about power, concentrated, raw power, emanating from the Oval Office and the offices of Congress. This has never been about health care for the poor or the uninsured. It has always been about empowering the powerful, the government, and those who run it. It's never been about health care. It's about an agenda. An agenda that comes up again and again and again throughout the Western societies, including our own. It has been the dream of every authoritarian in this country to grab control over your doctor, your nurse, your hospital, and your medicines. Because they know that once they control your health, that is your mental and physical well-being, they control you, period. That's what they know. Of course this is unconstitutional. Of course this runs foul of the Declaration of Independence. Of course this is alien to our national traditions and destructive of liberty. It's all those things. And a large majority of the American people know it. Whether they be Republican, Independent, or Democrat, they know it. But the President and the Democrats in Congress don't care. Because they're not there to represent you. They're there to represent themselves. And that's what they're doing. They're representing themselves. It appears that no amount of logic, evidence, or debate can persuade the vast majority. We still have one tool left. One tool that they've been unable to destroy completely, although they've tried. They've tried to water down citizenship. They've tried to fix, and I don't mean to reform, I mean to destroy the citizen population of this nation. To put in place a constant large number of votes, illegal or otherwise, that would enable them to retain power under the rules of the vote. That we still have enough liberty left and enough opportunity left when it comes to vote to fix this. Not send a message. No. Send the packet. We have no more tolerance for those who seek to compromise with these people. We have no more tolerance for those who are willing to throw principle out the window in order to curry favor with the element in Washington, D.C. We have no more patience for those who would destroy our country. None. There is no more patience. No more tolerance. There's only the next election. And we must turn out en masse. We must turn out like never before in a non-presidential election. We must electorally punish those who seek to punish our children and our grandchildren, and who think nothing of the limits placed on them under the Constitution of the United States. Even up to this point, this president and this Congress have taken this nation far down the road of poverty. They have to drag us as we kick, but drag us they do. Because they control the laws, they control the levers of power. But they only control those levers because we put them. They have dishonored us. They have lied to us. And their times must be done. Their time is over. Anybody who wants to challenge these politicians and has as their objective to contain what's been done and to start the reverse course has my support. We must take the Republican Party back. I will not tolerate any more moderates, because all that means to me is everybody else is doing the fighting and the arguing and the thinking, and you're hanging back waiting for your opportunity to promote yourself. That's intolerable anymore. It's just not. We don't have any more time. And as for you leftists, let me be very clear to you. You're the enemy. You're not our adversaries. No, you're the enemy. Anybody who wants to steal opportunity from my children, anybody who wants to steal my private property, anybody who wants to steal, period, you're the enemy. It is our intention to crush you. I just want you to know that. Not to negotiate with you, not to debate you, but to crush you. Your day's coming. You can applaud each other and pat each other on the back. You can meet behind closed doors like the old Soviet Union Politburo. But we know who you are, and we know how to vote you the hell out of office.